Hi, welcome back. This video is what I read in October, but first we'll start with the books I didn't get to, which is Ben Aronovich, False Value. I will carry on with this series, just probably start of 2026, because I've got other plans. We also have The Sparrow by Mary Doira Russell. I struggle with this name, it's so easy. Didn't get to it in October either. We had a lot going on in October, so plans changed. We'll probably get to that one in 2026 as well. Probably priority read for me, that one, and the sequel to it. Next, we are going to do the books I've read and whether I enjoyed them. First up, we have The Bone Witch by Rin Chupeco. I really enjoyed this. It's a great start to a series, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the series. But I think I'll do what I did with this and have it as an audiobook. It made it easier for me to read, because I was just struggling with the books that I had last month. It's about Tia, who finds out she's a bone witch before she's 13 when they do the ceremony for the Heartstone. I think that's what it's called. Yes, the Heartstone. Thoroughly enjoyed this. Cannot wait for the next one, and I will be using a credit to get it. Next, I'm going to talk about What Abigail Did That Summer by Ben Aronovich, which was just a short book for me to try and read something. For such a short book, I think it's 97 pages. 196. I think it took me like 3 days to read, because I was just struggling with reading last month. Stuff took me longer than what normally would. I enjoyed learning more about Abigail for the Rivers of London series and seeing what she gets up to when there's not much supervision by Nightingale or Peter Grant. And her finding out... Sorry about the dog. She does like to be vocal. That was Charlie. We do have a new one called Monkey. I will do an introduction to her later. Boys, with this, it was understanding where Abigail first met the Foxes and how they became part of why she's involved with the Folly. Next, we're going to talk about Full Metal Alchemist, just manga, because I am trying to get back into my manga, and I know I'm going to love Full Metal Alchemist. I've watched the anime and wanted to read the manga to go with it and keep it. So this is volumes 1, 2 and 3, and I've read them. I read a volume between shorter books because, yeah, brain just doesn't want to work at the minute. I can't put words to what I want to say. That makes sense. Probably doesn't, but... So this is about two brothers who are using alchemy, or who use alchemy, to try and bring their mum back from the dead. And it goes wrong. One brother loses his body, and one loses an arm, and I think his leg. That's the price to pay for using alchemy to bring back the dead. And now what they're trying to do is get the body back for Alfonso, I think. Yeah, Edward's the one that lost his arm and leg, and Alfonso's the one that's in the armour, because it's just his soul, I think, that was kept in the world. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes, because I know with the animes they did change quite a bit of the actual story. And then next we're going to talk about The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. Well, give me a second, I have got notes for this because I've written notes down because I knew my brain was not going to work for me. Yep, that makes no sense either. 1 second. Can't read my own writing. So let's see if I can find the actual main character's name, and then it might trigger something. No, it is a story of sacrifice to save the people that you love. So every year, if I'm remembering rightly, a girl is sacrificed to the sea god. And this year, it's her brother's one true love. And how fate has decided it's going to be her. But she sacrifices herself for her brother and his love. And how fate can change because you want to save people. You want to make a difference. You can make a difference as long as you persevere. And then to find out that the sea god is not the sea god because it's someone else. That was a twist that I wasn't expecting. I remember that bit. But yeah. Then we're going to go with A Murder at the Black Cat Cafe, and I know I will butcher the name, so hopefully you can see that. This is 2 stories, and I thought it was just one. So it's Murder at the Black Cat Cafe and Why Did the Well Wheel Creak? And it's a murder mystery. It's trying to find out what happened, who did it, and it's also an author wanting to know whether there's a case that's ever been like that. And he becomes friends with the detective and gets sent the case that he's asked about. That he's such a faceless corpse. It's weird. But it was just right for spooky season. Next up we have The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. This is another short story, but the book looks massive. Looks chunkier. It's like 200 pages, I think, for the story, or less than 200 pages. Oh, probably less than 100 pages. 1 second. Yeah. 70 pages for the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I do love the story and I love everyone's take on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I just find that some classics work and some don't. And I'm learning what classics I like slowly over time. Then we're going to go with Horseman by Christina Henry. Now this is the story of the Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow. And Christina Henry's writing is just so atmospheric and I absolutely love her books. I'm looking forward to the next one that comes out, which should be out soon. Can't remember the date for it. But this just... It's about a girl who's lost both of her parents because of someone else in the village. I don't want to give too much away because I think you should go into it blind, not knowing a lot. But then she loses the two people that have raised her and saves the horseman from something worse. There's as much as I will say because, as I said, I think you should go into it blind and then make your own choices up. So we're going to go with Among the Burning Flowers by Samantha Shannon. This is a short book for Samantha Shannon, which really threw me because I'm used to like big chunky books, especially when they're set in the Roots of Chaos series. I enjoyed it, not as much as I think as much as I enjoyed The Priory of the Orange Tree. But it's short and it does pack a lot in, and it explains a lot as well. That it'd be a good point to start before the prequel and then Priory. I would recommend anyone to start here, then do the prequel and see where they go from there. And I am sorry, the chair I'm on is very squeaky. I've just realised that now. It is nice to, I don't know, see, I'm not sure whether that would actually be the best because I think that's a prequel to The Priory. And then the other one that she's got in the series, I can't remember what it's called. Do not ask me because at the moment, not a clue. The other one is a prequel that's set 100 years or more in the past. So maybe the prequel, then that one, then Priory. Because there's some characters in that, I think, that are in the Priory, but I haven't read Priory of the Orange Tree since I got it, probably back in 2020. We'll have to do a reread of them, the whole series, and see my overall thoughts on them. Then, yes, I did read The Mask Falling. I'm looking at it going, did I read that? I don't remember reading it. So, The Mask Falling by Samantha Shannon. They're in France. They're trying to build the rebellion while also being undercover for a different group of people. And it all goes wrong or right or whatever way you look at it. It's all coming together and I cannot wait for the last two books in this series. I am so excited. I'm reading the last one that's out at the moment this month in November, and the covers on Samantha Shannon's books are just stunning. Just absolutely love them on all of the books that she's released. And then for my letdown this month, and it hurts to say this because I absolutely adore R.F. Wong's writing, but Catabasis, however you want to say it, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, and it just upset me. It did. I think that's probably why I struggled with books for the rest of the month, because I was looking forward to A Trip to Hell, Dark Academia. Sounds perfect. I think because of the hype that was around it and the people that said, oh, you have to read this and this and this and this before you read it, I was like, I don't want to. I just want to go into a book without having to study to go into a book. I think because of that, my expectations were wrong, so I might have to do a reread and see whether my feelings are still the same or not on this book. But I know everyone has different opinions, and I think everyone is right in what they say and how they feel. But anyway, that is that. That is all the books I read this month. I am just, well, last month, not this month, last month. This month is doing okay, I think. I'm not sure. We're on the 8th day and I'm only on my 3rd book, and I am actually scared of this book, 3rd book, because it is a classic and it's one that I don't like, and I know I don't like it, but I'm going to read it because I have it. Anyway, hope you're all having a good time and that you had a great reading month in October. Let me know in the comments what you think, and maybe give me some ideas for what I can do next, because I am struggling at the minute. I'm trying to make plans and I don't know what to do, especially with the new puppy in the house. But before we go, I will introduce you to the new puppy. Just give me a second to get her. This is Monkey. She's our newest addition. She's a Labradoodle and she's adorable. And I think you can see Charlie that's just there as well, peeking. So this is Charlie. And this one is Monkey, who is 12 weeks old and causing mayhem. So reading is not going well. So thank you anyway for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Don't know what it's going to be. I may try a vlog. Wish me luck. Bye for now.